U.S. and Philippines Navy Pushback China illegal fishing boats from the Philippine Se. The Department of Transportation should commend the U.S. and Philippine Coast Guard personnel who successfully drive foreign vessels away from the West Philippine Sea, Senator Risa Hontiveros said Tuesday. The PCG is an attached agency of the DOTR. Last June 30, it dispersed 5 Chinese and 2 Vietnamese fishing vessels from the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. The Coast Guard said the 7 ships, spotted at the vicinity waters off Marie-Louise Bank, which is located 147 nautical miles off El Nido, Palawan, dispersed after the BRP Cabra, MRRV 4409, issued a radio challenge. Congratulations are in order for the PCG personnel who bravely stood up for our sovereign rights. These acts of bravery should not go unnoticed, Hontiveros said. This obligation is not easy, so I hope they will be honored for each stand they take, she added in Filipino. It is a matter of pride that a Filipino ship has courageously repelled the foreigners who venture illegally into our own ocean. She further urged, we need to be able to regularly and continuously give commendations, so as to encourage more officers to steadfastly defend and protect our seas and our people. Sovereignty can be upheld without resorting to war. In April, the same Coast Guard vessel dispersed 7 Chinese maritime militia ships at Sabina, Escota, shoal off the coast of Palawan. According to Hontiveros, these radio challenges prove that the Philippines can assert ownership of the West Philippine Sea without resorting to war, disputing a long-held claim of President Rodrigo Duterte's. Our defending and protecting the WPS does not have to lead to war. Our brave officers in the PCG are proof that we can stand up without becoming violent and cruel, the senator said in Filipino. Considering the heightened tensions in the disputed waters, official commendation should be given to our officers, she added. It's the least we can do for those who serve on the front lines of our national security. Beijing does not recognize the arbitral ruling that invalidated its expansive claims over the South China Sea, part of which is the West Philippine Sea. It continues to deploy its ships to the West Philippine Sea despite repeated diplomatic protests from Manila. They were designed as multi-role destroyers to fit the AAW, anti-aircraft warfare, with their powerful Aegis radar and anti-aircraft missiles, ASW, anti-submarine warfare, with their towed sonar array, anti-submarine rockets, and ASW helicopter, ASUW, anti-surface warfare, with their Harpoon missile launcher, and strategic land strike using their Tomahawk missiles. Some versions of the class no longer have the towed sonar, or Harpoon missile launcher. Their hull and superstructure were designed to have a reduced radar cross-section. The first ship of the class was commissioned on July 4, 1991. With the decommissioning of the last Spruance-class destroyer, Cushing, on September 21, 2005, the Arleigh Burke-class ships became the U.S. Navy's only active destroyers. The class has the longest production run for any post-war U.S. Navy surface combatant. The Arleigh Burke-class is planned to be the 3rd most numerous class of destroyer to serve in the U.S. Navy, after the Fletcher and Gearing classes. Besides the 62 vessels of this class, comprising 21 of Flight I, 7 of Flight II and 34 of Flight IIA, in service by 2013, up to a further 42 of Flight 3 have been envisaged. With an overall length of 505 feet 154 meters to 509 feet 155 meters, displacement ranging from 8,315 to 9,200 tons, and weaponry including over 90 missiles, the Arleigh Burke-class ships are larger and more heavily armed than most previous ships classified as guided missile cruisers.